Hey everybody, welcome to another All-22 breakdown. I want to look at a concept that the Eagles went to two times in the game against the Jaguars. It never worked. They did it twice. I really liked the design despite the fact it never worked. And I do think it's something we're going to see them come back to quite a bit down the stretch. So let's dive in and let's look at motion snapping through a stack. Now, on this play, the Eagles are going to run a concept they're going to come back to later in the game. And so I wanted to show it to you now so we can talk about the differences later. But A.J. Brown is going to motion, and he's going to get snapped through the middle of this bunch, running a crossing route. Jahan Dotson runs a deep out route, and Devontae Smith sort of has an option route. He can come in, and he can break in, he can break out. It's all based upon leverage. I don't know why he chooses to break in on this one. We can roll it here, and you can see, this is inside leverage. I'm not sure why Devontae Smith chooses to break this in. I would think you're breaking this out. It's inside leverage. But for whatever reason, he's going to break this in, and there's just really nobody open here. There's contact. Nobody's open. And so Hurts is going to tuck the ball on 3rd and 7, and he's going to scramble through a couple of arm tackles, and he manages to get the first down. And I think this is a good example of Hurts being decisive as a scrambler and finding a lane. We can watch from the back view here. You see him send the guy in motion. We're looking right. We check the middle because we already don't like the look to the right, and it's not there. And so we're threatened off the edge, and we're just going to get through the hole, get upfield. 1, 2, 3 guys contact us, and we're still able to pick up the first down. Now let's go to a 4th and 3. And I mentioned the A.J. Brown motion through the stack earlier because the Eagles come back to it on this 4th and 3. And this time Devontae Smith is going to do what I thought he should have done the first time, and that's break his option route out. And it's going to be open. Now, here is the problem. The problem is the snap comes way too soon. If we're going to be snapping A.J. Brown through the bunch, or through the stack, I guess it becomes a bunch, we need to be snapping it when he's here. Watch where the ball gets snapped. So you get A.J. Brown in motion. The ball's snapped when A.J. Brown is still at the numbers. A.J. Brown has to get all the way through here before Devontae Smith can come off the line. So watch Devontae Smith's release off the line of scrimmage from the snap of the ball. Let's rewind just a second. Watch how slow he is off the line. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Now we're going. And Hurts has already moved off of this. It's open. We're breaking open for the first down, but we've already moved off of it because of the timing of the play, because the snap is off. And maybe Hurts should sit on that just a little bit longer, but that's really hard to trust because if you're late to this crossing route, you're giving time for somebody to come into the window, and so the whole timing is off. This should be a first down to Devontae Smith. It should still be a first down to A.J. Brown if we're honest. I think we're a little late to it, but at the point Hurts starts to throw this, now, I can't tell you whose fault this is. The ball's going to end up underthrown. A.J. Brown starts to drift upfield. If I'm coaching this, I want my receiver running straight to the sideline. I don't want him trying to drift upfield on 4th down, maybe on 1st down. But on 4th down, we got to have it. And when you drift upfield, you give an opportunity for this route to get undercut by the defensive back. And that's essentially what happens. And so maybe they just want this to go upfield, and maybe Hurts just underthrows it. His platform, we'll see from the back, is really bad on this one, and it could just be an underthrow. It could be them looking at different landmarks, and I can't tell you whose fault that is, but I can tell you this is a miscommunication or an underthrown football. And a play that should have worked to 2 different guys ends up failing on 4th down. And it's really unfortunate because it's a really nice design, and it's something I do think they will come back to. But you watch from the back view here, I would argue this ball should get driven in right now. I mean, Cam Jurgens is getting pushed back a little bit, but there's room to make this throw. A.J. Brown's open now. We're open. Put this ball on the hash, and let's go get the first down. But Hurts is going to reset his feet sliding left, and then watch his heel is up off the ground. We don't have our cleats in the ground. We're not stepping into the throw. We're fading away from it, and we end up short. Maybe that's where the ball's supposed to go. And maybe A.J. Brown took it too high. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you this is a bad miss because this play should have worked and the Eagles should have converted on 4th and 3. So there you see it, guys. I think, the first time we talked about it could have worked. I thought Devontae Smith maybe broke the wrong way. The second time, it's just some unfortunate timing. But I really like this concept. It's really difficult for defenses to handle in any sort of man coverage. It's also difficult to pass off at times in zone matching coverages. Like I said, I think it's something you're going to see the Eagles come back to a lot down the stretch this season. If you guys enjoy content like this, please consider supporting my Patreon page, patreon.com/ontheshane page. You get a full Jalen Hurts All-22 film breakdown. This week's was like 32 minutes long. You also get access to a Discord where you can chat with Johnny and I, ad-free versions of our podcast, and a whole lot of other perks, some exclusive content we put out on Patreon, written things. And so there's a lot of cool stuff going on over there. We're about to release a mailbag episode tomorrow that'll be Patreon exclusive as well. It's $3 or $5 a month to join, but you can get a free 1-week trial to go check out the full video from this week. You can check out the mailbag episode, and you can probably also see next week's full All-22 video as well, because these usually come out a little earlier in the week. So go check that out. We would really appreciate your support.